Hello and thanks for joining me. Tonight I am going to do a pork tenderloin using our Pampered Chef air fryer on the rotisserie setting. So I'm making this for the first time tonight. Those of you who know me, you know I'm a Pampered Chef, not a professional chef. So I'm going to show you my best tricks as I discover them in my own kitchen preparing meals for my family. So tonight I'm going to use the drip tray that comes with your air fryer, and I'm going to use it actually to cook up the potatoes. I've chunked them up already. Pork tenderloins cook very quickly, so I don't want the potatoes to take too long, so I cut them up into kind of bite-sized pieces, and I'm just going to add them to the tray that usually is designed just to catch the drippings. So this is going to provide a way to do the potatoes and the pork all at the same time. I'm just going to give a light drizzle of olive oil. I'm not even going to add any seasoning to it because the pork, as you'll see in just a little bit, will have plenty of seasoning on it, and as it cooks, it's going to drip some of the juices on top of the potatoes, and they will be plenty seasoned just that way. Okay, so make sure your potatoes are in a single layer so that they will cook properly. And at the end of cook time, I'll check them. If they're not tender enough, I'll let them cook by themselves apart from the pork. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get this pork tenderloin put together. This is a little bit messy. You can always wear gloves when you're working with pork tenderloin, but I'm going to show you a couple of things that you may or may not know about this cut of meat. It cooks fast. It's very lean, and you'll always notice there's one little spot like that. It's called a silver skin, and there's nothing wrong if you leave it, but it's going to be tough. So most people actually take it off. You want to take a sharp knife. This is our coated utility knife, and I just poke a little slit underneath it and then just kind of slide away. And then I'll just turn my knife and then hold this and kind of go the other way. So I'm sure there are more efficient ways out there. This works for me. And we just want to get that off so that it's not going to be tough. Now I can see there's another little piece here. So we'll slice this way. And as you're cutting it off, you'll notice it kind of has a silver look to it. All right, so we'll discard that. And next thing, just to be a little bit cleaner about it, so it's not too sloppy, we're gonna go ahead and insert the rod next. Now, if you don't have a rotisserie, but you have an air fryer, you can put it right on your trays. So I'm just pushing it straight through the center, and it comes out the other side. Now, I've got these little posts or little forky things to set on either side, and so I'm actually gonna just stand it up. It'll make it easier to slide through. There we go. So how many of you are cooking with an air fryer, and have you done rotisserie pork in them before? Has it been a success? Okay, so do you see how this is on both sides like that? I'm just gonna turn the pork and I'm gonna slide it back up because we want it to pierce into the rod. Now I'll turn it the other way. Now this side's a little bit narrow, so we'll do the same thing here. We'll put the post on first, and then I'll pierce it. This is gonna hold it in place, and don't worry, it will straighten itself out. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the pork down and then slide it back up. It's kind of like a fish hook, sort of. Okay, so we're bringing it back up. Now we're ready to season. So I'm gonna give my hands a quick wash, get all that meat stuff off, and we'll get it all prepared. So most of the time when you are purchasing pork tenderloins, they come in a package with two. They're usually about 1.25 pounds each, and pork tenderloins and pork loins are not the same thing. I can do a pork loin, a small one, in my air fryer, but it's not the same thing as what you will find for a pork tenderloin. So we're just gonna go ahead and brush all that oil. You don't need a lot. It's basically gonna provide a little bit of glue. So it's about 1.5 tablespoons or so. It's gonna help our seasonings stick. So a lot of times when I demo with all of you, I actually get some things done ahead of time. tonight I wanted to do as much of it with you as possible so you could see how to take off that silver skin and how to get it on the rod. All right, so I've got some seasoning here. This is just a rub that I found online. I will post the recipe. It's a blend of, let's see, there's a little bit of brown sugar, smoked paprika, which is lovely. It's really nice. Some garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne, black pepper. I think what else is in here? And some salt. I think that's mostly everything. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some. I don't need all of this. So assuming our family likes this recipe, I'll make it again and I'll have the seasoning made up for next time. So I'll probably end up using quite a bit of it. So you just want to let it coat all the way around, and then I'll just kind of roll it into the seasoning. So what will happen with a rotisserie is it's going to get gold all the way around the edges. It's going to be really beautiful. All right, let's go to the air fryer and get this put together. You see this? All seasoned. It'll be really delicious. Okay, so the air fryer is all set and ready to go. If you've not seen our Pampered Chef air fryer before, it's different than a lot of them on the market because it has lots of settings. So you can use the air fry setting, but tonight I'm going to use the rotisserie setting. So I'll start by putting the drip tray on the bottom with the potatoes, and then I'm going to take the rod and I'm going to insert it into place here. You want to make sure it's in the groove. Let's see. There we go. There. Okay. So you can see it's all in here. So you could do this with a chicken or a cauliflower head. It's going to rotate and roast. So I'm just going to turn this. I'll show you the settings. We've got air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, and dehydrate. So I'm just going to turn it till rotisserie lights up, and I'm going to reduce, I'm going to reduce the time to 22 minutes, and I will check it. I'm doing everything backwards, you guys. Okay, there we go, 22 minutes. And then I'm going to press start. You can turn the light on, and I can see that it is rotating on its own. You can also press the rotate button to stop that rotation from going. I'm gonna let it go for, I set it for 22 minutes. I will check the temperature at the 20-minute setting just to kind of see how it is, because every pork tenderloin is just a little different in size. And you want your pork to be somewhere between 145 and 160, depending on how done you like it. If it's too done, it's not going to be good. It'll just be leathery, but it's okay for it to be done at about 145. I'll pull it out, let it rest for about 5 minutes, and then we'll slice it. So you'll see the color. That edge is going to be, or the exterior is going to be all caramelized and delicious, and the potatoes will take on the flavor of the rub that's going to kind of fall over the top as it's roasting. I'll post the recipe that this is based on in the comments. If you don't have a rotisserie, you can put the tenderloin right on your racks, and you'll see that in the recipe I'll be sharing. And then I'll post some completed pictures later in the comments. If you're watching this video and you can't see the comments, just touch the video and look for all comments, and you'll be able to see all the things I'm talking about. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great dinner tonight.